Hello everybody and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. It is Wednesday, just gone 3 o'clock here in the UK. What are we? Just after 10 in the US, just after 7 Pacific. We're here for launch date, launch of a brand new collection from Sheena. Good news, bad news is Sheena isn't feeling very well, unfortunately, so she is on her way home. So, we do have a plan in place. We wish Sheena all the best. She'll be absolutely fine, by the way, don't worry. But she's off home. But on his way in is Mr. Craig Laird. He's agreed to come in and do some little demonstrations with this brand new collection. So we'll be seeing him a little bit later on. In the meantime, we are trying to get some videos from earlier so you can take a look at this amazing product in action. But hopefully over the course of the next half hour or so, I can take you through all of the brand new goodies that we have got for you. We can have a sneaky peek look as to what's coming up later on Beautiful Beginnings as well. So we've got lots to be getting on with. And of course, you can get in touch. You can say hello. You can ask any questions. You can fire in any comments our way as well. And also do let us know if you got in touch, if you got the showstopper a little bit earlier on this morning, or what indeed you did pick up from this brand new collection. You can get in touch in the usual way on Facebook and indeed on YouTube. And if you've got any photos you want to fire our way as well, you can do that too. Maybe you pick this collection up on HSN and you've already been crafting with it. Whatever you want to do, fire it in. The email address is studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Yes. I still never remember that one, whether it's like .com or .co.uk. Commit that to memory. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And as I say, we've got Radical Rachel and also Hayley on the socials today. So all your comments will be coming through and we'll say hello over the course of the show. But before we do say a few hellos, let's have a look, shall we, at this brand new showstopper. What I will say from the top, as far as the showstopper collection is concerned, we don't have huge quantities. As you'll know with these showstoppers, what we tend to do is we bulk them out with more product. We give you more bang for your buck, and that's what we've done with this showstopper. In the case of this particular showstopper, yoink, it's this 6x6 stamping platform, which is going to sell the bundle out. We'll get a check on the figures as to how many we've got, but it's not a huge amount, certainly under 150 of these at last count, but we'll find out very shortly indeed. That's not to say, though, once the showstopper sells out, that you won't be able to get the new Bold Butterflies collection. You will, but you just won't be able to get all of the added extras, which I will take you through as we go. But this collection as a whole is absolutely stunning. I was saying to Sheena earlier on, when I started off in craft back in 2015, I think it was, I was always told that it was all about, you know, if you had florals and if you had butterflies, you were on the way to making an amazing project, really, because flowers were used day in, day out, the butterflies were used day in, day out as well. So to have a collection like this to hand, I think is absolutely fantastic. Not only does it look gorgeous, but the stamps you're going to get, all designed by Sheena's fair hand. They're amazing. The artwork, as you'd expect, is top-notch. You've got the versatility with this collection too, because if you just want to stamp, you can. And you're going to get a set of dies which work not only with the smaller butterflies, the big butterfly too, but you'll see with the bigger butterfly that the large die is actually split down the middle, which gives you that, well, more versatility basically, because you can cut it out as a topper, you can cut it into the right-hand side of your card, you can cut it into the left-hand side, you can basically place this wherever you want it to go. So having that split die gives you even more versatility. But just by looking at the boards here, can you see how big that stamp is? It's absolutely glorious. I'll tell you the names of these as we go along as well, because if you do want to pick up the sets individually, you can. This one is your swallowtail butterfly. So if you just decide, well, actually, I just want to try one of these sets out, you can absolutely do that. The size of these, as you can see, is absolutely amazing. We popped one of these in a 5x5 card earlier on with Sheena, and it fits absolutely stunningly. Oh, by the way, as a by the by, we do have those amazing card blanks and envelopes available for you over on the website too, ready to go. 5x5, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8. There's A6 cards on there as well and more. Do check them out. Come in packs of 150 cards, 50 envelopes. So super handy, particularly for this time of the year if you are batch making and making your Christmas cards. But anyway, that's another story. But you're going to get in here that beautiful swallowtail butterfly. There's your big stamp. there are your dies. That one there, of course, if you just pop that on, will cut out this side. That one there, if you just pop that on, will cut out this side. Use both together and you've cut yourself out an absolutely beautiful topper. Those are the two smaller butterflies. Again, you've got the dies to be able to cut those out. Sheena made some lovely projects earlier on, actually, where she was kind of using that as an edgeable to all intents and purposes, and then cutting out, colouring these smaller butterfly dies, and then using those as little embellishments to pop elsewhere on the card. Look absolutely beautiful. In this set, you're going to get 3 extra stamped elements as far as sentiments are concerned. So you've got best friend, happy birthday, and butterfly wishes. So that's your first set, which is called the Swallowtail Butterfly. Next up, this is your monarch butterfly. Again, really big size, really beautiful. And do you know what the joy about this is? If you want to kind of go down the line and go, well, I am going to actually colour in a specific butterfly, you can go online. We did it earlier on. I think I said, are there 59 types of butterfly in the UK? I think that's what I said. But you can go inside, you can do your research, see all of the different colours of butterflies that are out there. But then if you actually decide, you know what, I want to create my own butterfly, of course you can do that as well. Just get your colours. We've got aqua pens on the show, so you can start doing all of your watercolour techniques. We've got that watercolour shimmer palette on the show for you as well, so you can start creating with that. It's entirely up to you. This one again though, slightly different design. You've got that beautiful, beautiful hand-drawn monarch butterfly by our Sheena, and once again, big kind of sort of focal point stamp, if you like. 2 smaller butterflies to go with it, and then you get a whole host of little sentiments as well. So you've got hello, you've got just because, and just for you. Once again, all of the dies there to be able to cut those out and place your butterfly wherever you want it to go. Next up in the collection, or if you want to go individually, this is called the peacock butterfly. And once again, love the little eyes on the butterfly there that Sheena's drawn in for you. Beautifully coloured in here once again. Yes, get your watercolour aqua pens with this. If you want to start doing your blending, you can use your tri-blends, of course. It's entirely up to you, and whatever your medium of choice might be. You've got the smaller little butterflies there too. Once again, large stamp. Couple of sentiments in this one. You've got thank you and make a wish. And then those dies again are going to allow you to be able to pop your topper wherever you want it to go, or indeed pop it left, pop it right, depending on which of the split dies you're going to be using. And then lastly, or indeed if you want to go for this on its own, you've got your Red Admiral Butterfly 2. Lovely demo on this earlier on from Wake Up Call, actually, with Sheena. So if you do want to go back and watch that show, you can. 2 fantastic demos, well, 2 fantastic finished projects, and then there was like a technique demo for you as well. So plenty to go back and watch from Wake Up Call earlier this morning. Your Red Admiral, once again, beautifully designed from our Sheena. Those 2 smaller little butterflies as well, which you can use the dies to cut those out with. And then you've got the 3 sentiments too. So you've got sending lots of love on your special day and enjoy the little things. So those in essence are your brand new Stamps and Dies, the Bold Butterflies collection. If you just want to buy those as a collection, you can, absolutely fine. If you just want to buy those individually, again, you can. However, the majority of people have gone for the Showstopper. Reasons behind that are twofold. I'll show you some finished samples in a minute as well. The Showstopper is all of the new Stamps and Dies that I just showed you, plus you're going to get these 3 items here. 6x6 stamping platform. You're going to get 15 sheets of your watercolour cardstock. And you're also going to get a bottle of your stamp cleaning solution too. So all of that is included. Now, if you were to get that individually, pop that into your basket, that would be an extra £27 or $36. But nah. We say £10 or $10 extra on top of your Showstopper. So in essence, well, you're saving, what, £17, an extra $26 when you go for the Showstopper. And it's all items that you'll use alongside your stamps. The watercolour cardstock with your aqua pens, your stamp cleaning solution, of course, to keep your stamps in good nick. And of course, your 6x6 stamping platform, which again is just going to help you get a better stamp each and every time you do it. So that's £56 or $64. There's more to the Showstopper in just a second, but I just want to show you, as I've said, this will sell out the Showstopper. It's to do with your 6x6 platform. That will sell out the bundle. I think on last count we had about 150 of these, but let's have a look and see how many we've got of them remaining right now. We have got 122 remaining. So the 122 relates to the Showstopper, relates to this basically. Once that goes, the Showstopper disappears. You'll still be able to get the Bold Butterfly collection on its own though. So that's out there. The other thing to mention, if you go for the Showstopper, I know what you're all saying, Where's my bonus buy? Well, where is your bonus buy? Where is your bonus buy? It's right here. Here's the bonus buy. It's an absolute corker of a bonus buy as well. Go back and watch Wake Up Call again this morning. You will see Sheena using elements of this alongside the projects that she made. So the bonus buy is these pads here. We'll get the details up for you in just a second, because what you're going to be doing is getting these for half price when you buy the showstopper. So you get your showstopper, you pop it in your basket, and you go, oh, limited edition Ultimate Pro paper, 3-piece collection with 108 sheets in total. You're going to pop that in your basket, and this price of £47.99 or $55.99 gets slashed in half, $23.99 or $27.99. The pads are incredible. If you've not seen these yet, you are definitely going to be wanting to grab them. You're going to get your 12x12 Botanic Garden. So there's 36 double-sided sheets here. 250 GSM. It's on this gorgeous sort of pearl paper, if you like. You can, if I give that a little wiggle, you can see that sheen coming through here, and it's across a whole host of different colours, different seasons. The reverse of each and every one of these as well is obviously set to match, but you've basically just got that more sort of like a stripped back design, if you like, but it's absolutely perfect for getting all of your mats and layers there, no problem at all. And as I say, what I love is the fact that you go through kind of like all the colours of the rainbow. You're going to be going through all of the different seasons here too, and the fact that you've got your butterflies as your main component from your showstopper, they're just going to work absolutely beautifully and fantastically with the designs that you're going to get in this first pad. And this is the first of 3, by the way. The colours, as you can see, are absolutely stunning. So that one is your Botanic Garden. The images on there actually are a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder than what you're going to be getting within your Ditzy Floral. So this is the second of the 2 pads. This one again, 12x12, 250 GSM, double-sided, and once again you'll appreciate that beautiful sort of pearlized effect that you're getting in the cardstock here. As you can see, a lot of the designs are a little bit smaller, a little bit more ditzy, hence the name. And the reverse on these as well, what you'll find is that you will you'll get that beautiful kind of pattern. So you've got stripes, you've kind of got your diagonals here as well, you've got your sort of check designs on there too. It is entirely up to you how you want to go about using these, but there is plenty to absolutely love about this collection. And if you notice, once again, all of the colours that you've got in this particular pad are going to match beautifully with the designs that you've got in your Botanic Garden. But that's not all, because you're also going to get the beautiful rainbow cardstock in there as well, all block colours. And take a look at this once again. Beautiful colours. And what I'll do just to show you, so you've got your purples and your blues in there, you've got your greens, yellows, you've got your oranges and reds in there too, all 250 GSM. But look, if you take a look at the colours here, so take that red for example, look at this. They all match up and work for you absolutely beautifully. I'll show you again on the Botanic Garden. Let's pick another colour. Let's just go to, let's just say go to your yellows. We will come to here. Look at that. They all work absolutely stunningly, no problem at all. That is your showstopper, of course. $47.99 or $55.99. But if you pop it in your basket with your showstopper, half that price. The showstopper's going down, as you can see. And just to quickly show you, we are going to have a look at a little video in a few moments' time, actually, of what happened earlier on when Sheena and I launched these on Wake Up Call. Look at the stunning cards that you can create there with this collection. This is absolutely beautiful, designed by Kathy, this one. So this one actually, just on watercolour card, with glitter card, black card, use the shimmer sprays there as well, with your clear pearls. That one actually has been designed also with your Sunbeam watercolour palette. We've got that available for you as well. That's on the Shop the Day website, or Shop the Day page, I should say, Shop the Show as well. So do make sure that you pick that up, because it's going to work absolutely beautifully. You also have a look at this one here. There's loads of different designs. This one again has been cut out, so both of those dies have been used to cut that out as a stunning topper. And once again, the smaller designs that you've got there, those smaller little butterflies, have been used as embellishments. There's so many different things that you can do with this collection. There really is. This one, once again, cut out as a topper and popped onto that the angle of the card there. Again, just creating a beautiful sort of watercolour background. Tons and tons that you can do. I'm going to try and find you one actually where she's cut this one into the sort of side of the card. She hasn't. We can show you that in just a few minutes actually, because we're going to have a look at a little bit of VT from a demo from earlier on with Sheena, where she was using these on Wake Up Call. Before we get into that as well, let's say hello to a few of you who've just joined us, because I've not even said hello yet. How rude am I? Hi to Casey Ward, who says good morning Ben and crew. Feel better later on, Sheena. Kathy Green says good morning Ben from a sunny Mechanicsburg. Hello Mechanicsburg, my favourite place in the USA. And Teresa Campbell says, good morning, everyone. Sarah Brown says, hi again. Yes, I am back for more fun with the gang, and I hope Sheena feels better soon. It will be so nice to see Craig later to come in. He is a real trooper. That was my worst Australian accent I think I've ever done for you there, Sarah, so apologies. Lisa Beecham says, hello, everyone. I'm loving these bold butterflies. Stephanie Theodore says, good morning everyone from Farmingdale, New Jersey. And Gaz is in as well saying, good afternoon Sheena, and to Ben, our lovely social superstar, and all my crafty friends. A little bit later on in the show, we are going to be catching up with Craig. As I said, Sheena's not feeling particularly brilliant, so Craig is winging his way in to join us for the remainder of the show. If you do want to grab the showstopper though, do just remember we've only got 121 of these remaining, and then you will be able to get the new collection on its own, but not in the showstopper. But of course, Sheena was here with us a little bit earlier on this morning doing some fantastic demos. So we're going to scooch back to Wake Up Call a little bit earlier on to see her in action, to give you some inspiration. Have a look at this.
You know what? And you know, I had all the demonstrations prepped before the day began. I come with a pile like this of things to do.
Yeah.
Am I going to do any of them?
No.
Probably not, because I've just been playing. I came in, I was really early, and I've just been stamping, and I had an idea. And then even a couple of minutes before we started, Ben, I blame Ben. Shall I mention these cards that we've got on the show? Just show you this one pack.
Well, you give a little sneaky mention. Steal my thunder, but I'll let you, know.
Cheeky mention, just saying, these ones here, this ivory pack here, love it. Them there, right? That's what I'm going to use, and I don't even know what they're going to be like to colour on, so I'm trying it now for you.
Wow.
Live before a live
Straight out the packet.
You'd think I would start off with something that, you know, guaranteed I know is going to be cool, but let's try it, because I tell you what, this is a thick quality, it's a thick, heavyweight card. I love it that it's like ivory, it's not white. I'm going to use the swallowtail butterfly, and in there you'll see you've got your butterfly, which is a gorgeous side of that. Actually, you know what? That is actually, well, yeah, we can do it at a quirky angle like this. Let's do that. Right, I'm going to use the swallowtail, right? Yeah. And it's the big one, it's wide, that one. So depending on what you're doing, you might want to go larger or smaller or whatever, but let's do that. And then I'm going to stamp it first of all, then we'll come on to the dies. Like I said, this is completely nothing that I had planned.
But a Sheena improv.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm not even into the D, am I? And look at me, what am I like? What am I like? So I'm going to use my stamping platform, the repositionable, and the reason is I want this, I'm going to stamp this with the waterproof finesse in black. And I want this to be really, the lines to be very black. What I have been doing is stamping and embossing, so stamping with the opaque and putting clear embossing powder over it is a really good way to get that really bold line. Yeah?
Just for our newbies as well, I'll ask this question because I know it will come up. So new stamps, is there anything we need to do to prep them before we first use them, or?
Well, yes, usually stamp with them first.
Yeah.
If you stamp with them first, you normally get a better kind of, it clings better.
Yeah.
Which is what I'll come to when we start doing the rest of the dem to show you. So let's just try this one like that. It is easier, guys, if you put it on straight like that. If you see, some of the butterflies are actually like they're narrower, they're not quite as wide, and they'll fit on there a little bit in that dimension, in that space. So if you look at this one, can you see that one? I can stamp straight on. In fact, let's just keep it simple. Let's do this one, which is the the peacock butterfly, all right? Just because I wanted to show you in the simplest form what you can do with these. So I'm going to put that on straight like that. And I am going to then take my stamping platform, pop that on there to lift. Now this is lightly going to lift the card up a little bit, but when I get some ink on there, I should be okay. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to ink this up now with my black finesse. And like I said as well, I'm probably going to go over it a couple of times because I do want the lines to be really bold, you know, and opaque. I don't want any of those that'll drop out in there if possible. You know, that's not too bad for one pass over, is it? Yeah, we can, I'll just go over that once more, just to get that, again, a little bit bolder, as they are bold butterflies. And then we're going to do the cutting out. Oh, nice. One little bit there. Look at that little wing there.
Such a perfectionist.
Just that bit there. There, got it. That's it.
There you go.
Fabulous. So let me pop that to one side. Pop that there. And now we are going to, I'm going to cut this out before I colour it, just because I can. All right? Just because I also want to show you how that works with cutting it out. So I've got 2 packs open now. So, you know, already I've got a mess, Ben. Can't help myself,
18 minutes into the day, she's creating a mess.
I know, and I've already got a mess. Right, so I'm going to pop that on there. Can you see the way the wings are in 2 separate halves? So I can cut the whole thing out by putting both sides on, or I can cut whichever one I want out, which is going to be the right-hand side in this case. And I'm using my repositionable tape, but absolutely take some of the tackiness off that. Put it on your jumper, put it on, you know, something that has got some lint on it so that it'll just stop it being quite as clingy, because when we put this through the Gemini, that's going to give it even more force and pressure, isn't it? So
put it on your jumper.
Stick it on your jumper, absolutely.
That's it.
So let's get the Gemini plates out now.
So these dies then really allow you to have, like, place your butterfly wherever you want, and if you want a topper, you can have a topper, can't you?
Absolutely. So you can put, there's so many options, and that's what we've got as well. I think today what we'll be focusing on is a lot of just colouring in.
Yeah.
To show you, because once you've got the concept of the cutting out, it's like, that's it, and repeat. But because it's the first show, I thought it would be nice to just do a cut out, show you how simple it is, and then we'll look and see how this card works with a bit of paint. Trying it for you, because if it does, that is such a time saver in the fact that you can use an ordinary formatted card with envelopes and you can actually colour on it. We might have to tweak it, because it's not going to be as easy and straightforward to do like the watercolour card is, because that's what it's designed to do, isn't it? But we will see if I can give you some tips on how we can make it work better. Now, I'm taking my time here, because even though I took the lint off this, with the pressure of the Gemini, it can still pull a little bit of that card off if you're not careful. Yeah. So I'm going to pop that back on there. Oh, yes. So I don't get them mixed up. I'm going to cut some smaller butterflies out in a minute, but for now, we've got that now. A way to do this, to make it a little bit, if you're not that great with like straight lines and things, what you can do is put your card like that and use just a bit of card and draw a pencil line like this. Yeah. Like there to there. And that's probably as straight as I need to be. And I'm going to just cut with these big scissors. These are the scissors to use, because you get a really nice, you want them right at the base of the scissors. Yeah. And then a good long cut. And then you've got much neater cut lines. Yeah, that's a good point. And then already we've got a really pretty card. Yeah. That we can just colour in, and that's virtually, you know, the card will be done, because it's taken most of the real estate size up on that card. Yeah. Shall we colour it in though? Yeah?
Let's have a look.
Right, so now the next thing is choosing your colours that you want to use. Let's go purpley, all right? And let's use the floral in the aquas for this. So I'm going to pick out a really bright pink. So I'm going to go for orchid. If you look at the colours I've got here, I'm definitely going to go for orchid. And I think I'm going to use wildflower as well. And I think I might use a bit of the greens in there as well. Let's see what they look like. Why not? Do it. Because we can. Right, so wildflower. So now what I'm going to do, now if you try to use your pens directly onto a card that isn't necessarily designed as a stamping card, you will, this is where you can get into trouble. But if you brush it on watercolory type style, you can usually get away with a card that's just a general purpose card.
Yes.
So let's see what we've got here. A little bit of blue in there would have been quite nice. But that, so if I want some blue, I can go to primaries.
Yeah.
We'll talk about these sets in a minute, but I just really wanted to get playing with one of these to let you see what we can do with them.
Worth shopping the show as well and shopping the day, because we've got a whole host of those aqua pens on there as well, so you can pick up your own colours as well.
So I'm starting off with this wildflower, and I'm not going too far ahead, and I've watered it down quite a bit, and then I'm going into the pink here, this gorgeous pinky colour. You know what? Yeah. This is going on right nicely, Ben. It
is. Oh, and the new
Seriously,
card.
Yeah.
Just to say as well, if you shop the website, you'll find all of these. So basically what we've done is we've launched a whole host of brand new card blanks. So you're using the 5x5 there, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
We've got 5x5, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8. We've also got packs of white cardstock in 12x12, packs of the black in 12x12. So do have a look. They're perfect, aren't they, these as well, for especially for beginners, but also for quick makes, because I guess all the time you don't want to be making your own card blanks, do you? Oh,
you don't. It's all done. These are really, you know what, this is why I love Wednesdays, because if you just, you know, we're crafting together, are we not? Yeah. And it's lovely to see things pre-prepared and like, this is what I can, but it's really useful, I think, for you to say, like exactly as we've just done, this is a good card, this is a lovely card, but can you colour on it? I tell you what, let's have a try together. Yeah. And that's why I just love Wednesdays, to be honest, because it's genuine, in the moment, real life crafting, and I think you're going to get more from that. I would, as a viewer, personally. Yeah. Because that's what I want to know. What's it like, Sheena? Can I use it like that? And the good news is, absolutely, this is really nice. This card is as good as some of the actual you know, stamping card I've tried in the past.
Well, that's great to know, isn't it?
That is brilliant to know. I'm all kinds of happy for you guys for these, because I will definitely be getting some of these as well for me. I'm still making Christmas cards, can you believe? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've basically, this year, because I do a bit of crafting with my daughter, I bought one of our kits. You know, where you kind of like do your mats and layers, stick it all down. It's nice and quick and easy, but I plan on starting maybe in a couple of weeks. There's still plenty of time, Sheena.
There is, yeah. You know
40 days.
Yeah, I'll just be sitting, you know, doing a little bit of watercolouring, a little bit of, you know, stuff like that. And let's face it, I've got a few Christmas ranges to choose from now as well, some options. So, yeah, so I'm gonna continue with that. Let's just continue with this. I think we'll keep these.
Is there a particular butterfly that you're colouring in mind, or are you just having fun? Are you creating your own new species?
This is the Sheena Fantasy Butterfly.
Right.
Yes, there's loads. In the Sheena world, these are everywhere. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't move for these.
I was just looking. I've just looked up purple butterflies. So there are basically the purple emperor.
Right.
The Colorado hair streak.
Oh well, of course, the Colorado hair streak.
Yeah. The purple hair streak, and also you could also have the Rhopaloceria Singaporeana.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew that anyway, didn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. I knew that's what I was going to do. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I like the purple hair streak. I might actually go for a purple hair streak before long. Now you've got an idea in my head. Next week when I come in, I'll be in purple hair. I'll look like Cruella de Vil, but with the purple instead.
Streak.
Be like, where's she got that idea from? It's like, it doesn't take much. I'm quite, you know, impressionable. Yeah.
That's it.
Ben just mentioned it once.
Called the purple hair streak, so I thought I would show my love.
Just think myself, look, we didn't mention rainbow. Every colour.
Oh dear.
I'm just going to go with that again, with that same kind of pinky colour in the base. So starting off with that. And you see, when I started, I was really cautious. I was watering this down a lot because I wasn't sure how the inks would go on this card. So I was being careful, but now that I know that we're good, it's playing very nicely. I've gone much more bold with the colours, which basically means I've used less water on my brush, and I'm just really going for it now with that full-on colour that you can get with these pens.
We're kind of assuming then that obviously if it's taking so nicely to your watercolour, you'll be able to use your alcohol markers on this as well.
You know what, it's a nice smooth surface. I would definitely try them for that as well. Yeah, really, really nice. I can absolutely say, guys, if you get the ivory card, in whatever configuration and you like to use your water-based product, you can literally, and it's quite unusual to be able to do that because normally they're quite high chalk content and they'll grab the colour.
Yeah.
You can't blend it, it goes patchy before you get a chance to put the paint where you want it to go. But this is just a treat, it's just lovely.
Are you, well, I'll ask you, Kim Rice says, what brush is Sheena using?
I'm using the round Royal and Linical number 6. You just you just made that person up, didn't you? You just made that person up.
It was a genuine question, but I knew the answer because I thought I'd definitely ask you because I just wanted to hear you do that.
Yeah. I'm like so predictable, but I can't help myself. Yeah, it's like Royal and Linical. You know, with certain shows that we watch that, as well, and it's like pantomime in our house, and we know we're going to do it, but you know, you still see the same thing at the same time. It's like, yeah, it's the fun of it, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
So what I'm doing, Ben, is I'm just taking that down a little bit, toning down that by adding a little bit. Oh, this card, honestly.
You're in love, aren't you?
We need this card. It's just a nice ivory card. This would be lovely. Seriously, if you like to use an ivory base, which warms your colours up a little bit as well, this is such a lovely card to use. I would be happy any day of the week using this as just a stamping card.
I mean, search for it on the website. You get 50 envelopes, 50 card blanks as well. So that looks gorgeous.
Isn't it pretty? You know what would bling it up a bit as well, Ben?
Like you say, it's taken absolutely beautifully, isn't it? So that's marvellous.
It is velvet-like. It's really, really pretty. And what I would do to just finish this card off, we can stamp and cut a little 2 or 3 of the little baby butterflies. We could put a little bit of that backing paper on the inside that we've got, you know, with that bonus thing.
Oh yes.
We could do that. Should we bling this up while I'm just thinking of it?
All right, yeah.
So any of your sparkle pens,
okay.
but I'm just going to go with a bit of an overlay here, the clear overlay, and let's just go over that there. If you be careful about brushing it too much, because obviously you're looking at a water-based product on a water-based product, so it can lift up the you know, colour that you just put down if you brush too much. But just a nice, you know, glaze over that.
Oh, I tell you what as well, and I know, we've got them on the show. Your those new shimmer watercolour palettes are going to look incredible, aren't they, as well, with these?
I've got some lined up. I've got them ready to colour in. We can maybe colour them in this hour as well with the shimmers. We literally, we can play. Just let us know. Yeah. And you know what I'm like, we're happy to play. Oh, we're not, Ben.
We are.
Just.
And I'll tell you what, the love's coming in. Wendy's just placed her order for the showstopper. Margaret says, good morning, I'm definitely getting these. I love them. I'm waiting for the flower one with the stencil arriving today. Sandra says, you, Sheena, are you. Never change. We love you just the way you are.
Oh, I'm singing, don't go
changing to try to please me.
The duet there for the future.
Cindy says, Sheena, a split die is genius. So many times I've tried to cut half of a die, but the plate placement often shifts it in the process. So the split die, a lot of people commenting about that actually, making it a lot easier. And I suppose people who don't like fussy cutting as well, it just makes it a dream, doesn't it?
I'm rubbish at it, Ben. And you know, the little, I once called them, you know, the little antenna.
Oh, yeah.
I called them antlers on a show once.
Antlers.
Yeah, butterfly antlers. Can you imagine? They'd never take off, would they? But yeah, butterfly antlers.
Bit weighed down.
And I cut them off every time. But that there, let me show you how pretty that looks. Now you could leave that there if you want, but that's just that one simple, quick as you can. But then we can take it further. Shall we take it further? Right. So here's what I've done. You know that bonus pack.
Yeah.
Right, fair cop, right? I picked some colour families out because three, don't think of them as 3 separate pads. Think of them as 3 gorgeous collections and go through them and match one up with the other. So this one, I thought would that look gorgeous against that? I think so. Look at that. If you want to just put a bit of backing paper behind that. Winner, chicken dinner. Or if you want to make that look more bold, you could go with a more simple side. So every paper's got a more patterned and then a more kind of like muted side.
Muted side, yeah.
We've got more to come. We've got the plain blue, which is, oh, look at this against that.
Really pops
Wouldn't
there,
that be
doesn't
gorgeous? But matting and layering. Then we've got this one, look. If you want to go geometric, look at how cool that looks on there. So the geometric kind of square pattern with that over it, nice. or even that. It's not too much because it's the ditzy florals. It looks more just like texture.
Yeah.
And then we could put a bit of ink on that as well, Ben, and tone that. I'm liking that option so far. That might be me go-to at the minute, but then not with this one because the colour obviously is a different. Although saying that, you know, you can use the opposite on the colour wheel to make that pop more.
Yeah.
So, but look at these. You've got the bold on one side, but then you've got always a more muted. Looks more abstract in a smaller kind of card format. That teamed up with that. How perfect are these colour combinations? Look at this, there's matching and layering.
Yeah.
So you've got the plain one. Then we've also got the other little ditzy floral there. Or, again, that great geometric kind of striped look. I love that red. Look, all of these colours together. Look at those together.
So many options.
How gorgeous are they together?
Yeah.
Beautiful, aren't they? Jewel-like. And then, look, this one. Love that, with even the more muted background there, but definitely that deep red as a matte and layer with that. So these are in separate packs, but they all go together.
Yeah.
So go through them and do what I've done. And then we've got, look at this, that looks really pretty as well. That could be, oh, that, perfect, or, oh, I like that. I like that. That might be me. I can't decide. Right, we need a voter interaction, viewer interaction. The flowers.
One.
Yeah, one. Better with or without.
Two.
So 1 or 2.
Ooh. Go
So
back.
1 or 2.
That's known the comment. I think I'm a one man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you like 2, do you?
I do. I like them both. Oh, there's even that. See, now I've mixed it up.
Oh, now you put 3.
Or 3. 1, 2 or 3.
Or 4. No.
Oh, yeah, no. 1, 2 or 3. So 1. Oh, sorry. 1 flowers.
Yeah.
2 the stripes. 3 the checks. But can you see we've got like just 2 papers and all the combinations we've got to go with. I'll decide. We'll cut one down appropriately. I will put them to one side. Shall we make a decision? Ben? Down to you, Ben.
I don't know, you're going with that one, are you?
I don't know. What do you think, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with the plainer one, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Oh, were you going to say the flower?
I was going to say that one.
Well, let's do that because we can ink it as well.
Yes.
I'm going to try inking it. That's even more to play with, Ben. Oh, it could be a long day, couldn't it? Yeah, so say it's like, make a decision, Douglas.
For goodness sake.
Oh,
I used to be
man.
indecisive, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, now it's kind of gone off a bit. I'm over it.
Just do whatever, Sheena, for goodness sake.
I don't care
They all
anymore.
match. Our viewers were saying, oh no, now the viewers' votes have come in. Viewers are saying 2.
Two. All right,
which
2
one was that?
was 2 the stripes. 2 the stripe. Well, we'll try both. Look, you know what?
I think 2 was the flowers.
Yeah, we can just, with the flowers, yeah, 2 of the flowers. Right. Thinking it would be nice to kind of matte and layer this one as well, because if you just put that on there, it would be nice to have another matte at the back of that.
And like you said, the genius about those pads is you've got all of the detail of the ditzy floral and that botanic garden, and then the pearl pad with the rainbow. You've got all of your mattes and layers done there for you. Grab some of the new card blanks and envelopes that we brought you. Grab this new collection from Sheena, and you know, boom, you're sorted, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Fairly quickly.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I love that. The papers just go so well with this. So, can you see now we've got that option there where we can go with that? Yeah, or we can go with the more kind of blue graphic kind of option.
Yeah.
Which also looks really good, doesn't it?
It does.
Right. We'll stamp some butterflies and we'll decide. But
Okay.
we've got, so yeah, that's it. We've got that one cut. So let's say 1 or 2 with that. Yeah. Right, so shall we stamp a few butterflies and cut them out and put them all on there as well, the smaller ones?
I think we shall.
Yes,
Shall we do
shall
that,
we?
everybody?
Is that all good, guys? Yeah. Alrighty, because on with each butterfly you get a little collection of smaller butterflies. So I'm going to take these 2 little guys out and we're going to stamp them up, cut them out, and then use them on the on there as well. But I'm going to, you know what, it would be handy if I tidied up.
All
and
right,
then do
well,
it,
I'll tell you
if
what,
that's
we're
all
going
right.
to take a little break and we'll stamp them. I'll just recap on everything again if you have just joined us. By the way, the comments are flying in. Beautiful butterfly, says Linda. As always, says Jane Quigley, I am completely mesmerised. This is gorgeous. And Curry Lover Zero. Oh, I love a curry as well, curry lover. Says gorgeous papers. They do work really well with this collection. And that's why we've bunged them together. You know, we don't just go, oh, bonus buy, ram any old thing in. No, we think about things for you to make sure that if you are going to get the showstopper, you do get the value for money when you get that bonus buy as well. So you can go for the butterflies individually if you want. Each set is an individual element. If you want to go just for the bold butterflies full collection, you can. However, the majority of people are going for the showstopper because they're making their money go further here. And I'll show you everything that you need to know. So, the brand new butterflies are here. Sheena's bold butterflies, absolutely stunning as you would expect, coming from our Sheena. And they are big, they are bold, they are beautiful, they are fantastic to get colouring with. I mean, if you're an expert colourist already, you are going to love working with these. If you're someone who's quite new to colouring, I just love the fact that they're so bold, you're going to be able to find the the inspiration to have a go with these, to have a play, and just have fun with them. You get all of your stamps within each collection, your big kind of main stamps. So in this point, you've got your red Admiral butterfly, you get the two little smaller butterflies and the sentiments, and then you've got the dies to cut out the smaller ones. But this bigger die here is obviously split into two, so it gives you the versatility and the creative nature of being able to go, okay, well, I'll have it as an edgeable on the right-hand side of the card. I'll have it as a cut out the other side of the card. I'll use both of these to cut it out as a topper. I won't use the dies at all, and I'll just stamp it straight onto my cardstock. It's ultimate versatility is this, and that's why you guys are loving it. Not only the designs, but the versatility. You get sentiments with each one as well for all sorts of different occasions. So that's your first one. This one here is your peacock butterfly. And again, you know what? Peacock butterfly, done the colours of the butterfly, but you choose what colours you want to work with. Create your own species of butterfly. That's what it's all about, having fun. Big sized stamp, two smaller stamps and your sentiments, and then all of the dies to be able to cut those out. Next one, if you like this one individually, this is called the monarch butterfly. And once again, you can see that big size. These fitting perfectly onto those new 5x5 card blanks, as you just saw there with Sheena a few moments ago. There's your sentiments, all the dies again to allow you to be super, super creative. And then lastly, in the set is your swallowtail butterfly, and once again, big kind of main focal stamp, sentiments, smaller butterflies there to stamp and then cut out with those dies. Fantastic collection. The designs are just stunning. As I said, you would expect nothing less from Sheena. You can grab those individually. However, if you then go for the showstopper, for an extra £10, we're going to give you sheets of your cardstock here. So you're going to get that included. That is your watercolour cardstock. So 15 sheets of watercolour. You're going to get your stamp cleaning solution too. Ever so handy to have that. And you're going to get your 6x6 stamping platform as well. So all of those things in there to help you kind of get the very best out of your stamps, really, with the cardstock, the stamp cleaning station, stamp cleaning solution, I should say, and your stamping platform. And then if you go for the showstopper, you get the bonus buy, which is half price. This is available as an individual bundle if you want it. So you can just jump in and buy more of this on its own. Absolutely you can, but you'll pay the full price. If you love this collection, don't leave this behind. The limited edition Ultimate Pro paper, $47.99 or $55.99 is your platinum price. But if you go showstopper, pop this in your basket, that price gets halved. So that is $23.99 or $27.99. And the value for money is incredible. I know we've sort of just had a bit of a flick through, but just to show you again, this is the Ditzy Florals on that beautiful sort of pearlized cardstock. Really does shimmer and shine, you can see. And as Sheena was showing you, you've got beautiful kind of detailed florals one side, and on the reverse of these, you've got either like a bit more of a muted pattern, or with some of them, you've got kind of block patterns as well, like crisscrosses and stripes. That's just the one, 36 double-sided sheets in your Ditzy Florals. You've then got to match up with all of that, all of your block colour cardstock in your rainbow. So once again, you've got all of your mats and layers to be working perfectly with all of the floral designs in your Ditzy Floral. And then on top of that, we then give you the Botanic Garden, which I think is my favourite. This is, again, all florals, but it's kind of bigger, bolder designs that you're getting as opposed to your Ditzy Florals. And you can see all of the different colours. And it's nice and easy with this collection to pick out, the mats and layers from the rainbow pad to go with the beautiful designs that you've got. I mean, look at that, absolutely stunning. To go with the designs that you've got across those two pads. Don't forget as well, we've got all of those brand new card blanks and envelopes. Hit the website to see those, but we go from 5x5 right up to 8x8 in craft card, in white card. We've also got 12x12 in smooth cardstock in the white and the black as well. It is a day to be picking up those deals, and I think it's a great day that these have landed as well, because when you consider it's 40 days to go till Christmas. If you are someone who makes a lot of cards, what better than picking up collections of pre-made, ready-to-go cards that you can just creating with. Check the website for those. We are going to take a break. The bold butterflies are flying. Get yours now and we'll come back with more inspiration with Sheena in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 5 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What did she do?
Exactly
What
how
did she do?
he looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website. Our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to help you add those crafty goodies to your basket and check out. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. First, head on over to the Crafters Companion homepage. Select the correct geographical location at the top of the page. Next, log into your My Crafters account. Explore the site and products using the navigation bar at the top of the screen. When you find the product you want, add to your basket by clicking the Add to Basket button. You'll then have the option to view your basket or continue shopping. If you want to check out, click View Your Basket. Here you can see the list of items you've added along with the order summary on the right-hand side of the screen. This is also where you'll see your loyalty discount. And just remember, the price you're seeing at this stage is excluding any delivery charges. This will also be your opportunity to add any discount codes you may have. Simply type in the code, hit apply, and if your code is valid, you should see the correct amount of discount deducted from your order total. Once you're happy to go ahead with your order, click the Proceed to Checkout button in the summary box on the right-hand side of your screen. If you want to use ShopPay, PayPal or Google Pay, you can select the relevant option under Express Checkout and you'll be given instructions on how to check out. If you have a gift card, you can enter the code on the right-hand side of the screen and press Apply. You should see the correct amount of discount deducted from your total. If you'd like to pay by card, the details linked to your account should appear in the relevant fields. If these aren't showing, you'll need to fill out the correct details. When you've entered your payment information, click the Continue to Shipping button at the bottom of the screen. Select your preferred shipping option, click Continue to Payment. Here you can enter your card details or select ShopPay, PayPal or ClearPay. Next, make sure the correct billing address is entered under the billing address section, or if this is the same as your shipping address, then you'll have the option to select it. Click Pay Now, and that's it. You'll be taken to a thank you page with an order number, and you'll also receive a confirmation email with the details of your crafty purchase, which will be on its way to you very soon. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out. It is a busy old morning. I tell you what, plenty of people going for that showstopper. Emma says, I just ordered the showstopper and a pack of ivory 5x5 card pack as well. Those card packs, as I say, from 5x5, 6x6, we've got A6, I think there's a 7x7, 8x8. Check it out, it's all there. You've got them in craft card, white card, there's some black card. We go up to 12x12 size as well. All on the website, all brand new. If you're batch making, ready for Christmas, you need to be shopping that. And thank you as well. Lovely Sarah Brown in Australia has sent through a pic. Look at that. I mean, that is brilliant, Sarah. I've arrived in Australia.
Yay!
Yes. Although having said that, I've got my little tash for me tash for Movember.
You need to get the Sharpie out. Get the Sharpie out, Sarah.
I'll be going back to that look before Christmas, but that's brilliant, Sarah. I'm so glad you got your bag. And I know loads of people love those bags. Sheena's gone all over the world, and me and Leanne and Sarah as well. I just love the fact that a few of you too were like framing those, and I know a lot of you made like cushion covers as well with them, which I think's such a fun idea, isn't it?
For like dodgy culprits there on the sofa.
Usual suspects.
Usual suspects. Yeah.
Thank you everybody for all the love coming through. Safe to say these are flying out the door like the butterflies that they are. Shall we get back to that demo? So you were about to stamp some little butterflies, weren't you, when we last left you, Sheena?
I did do them, Ben, because I thought, well, you know, you've seen how we can stamp them, but we can do it again. Like, we've got the day to do it, haven't we?
Yeah.
And so what I would say, like tips from me, stamp all the little butterflies together. So you're not just putting them all, just have a collection. Just do them. If you're buying all 4, put all the little butterflies and then put all the dies in, so that you've got like you've got a collection, and it's just more efficient, isn't it, with going through the machine. So I just had 2 out ready, and I've done just 2 of them here, and it's just the same deal. All you do is you get the right ones over the right butterfly, pop them on there. They fit really easily. Tape them down, pop them through the machine, which is what I've just done, and then hey presto, we have our little butterfly cutouts now, and I'll leave those we'll cut them out later.
Perfect.
But we're back to the card that wasn't going to be. This was not. I've had so many different options and variations on what I was going to do, and this is a complete curveball at the last minute, this card. But you know what? I've been quite enjoying it, and I'm hoping you are too, because like I say, it was that card that threw the spanner in the works there, Ben.
Well, I feel like I want to throw
I
want to throw more of the cardstock at you now in later shows.
I think we should try them out for people.
Yeah,
because,
why not?
You know, you want to know, as a stamper, as a colourist, I want to know what is, you know, if it's going to work for me, for sure. And that is such a bonus, because normally you've got to like layer up to get that. Right, so here's the other thing I just did, just because it's not exciting, but it's good, is I put that blue on the back there, because that's going to, I think that looks a better matte to go with that. And the reason I chose that is, can you see this blue in here, this gorgeous navy I used from that, the pens?
Yeah.
It virtually matches that perfectly.
Okay,
and I just think that is so impactful as it is. But then, of course, we've got the little pattern paper, which I think looks better with a little border around it anyway. And that can go on there, but I think I might do a little bit inking on that as well. So we'll pop that to one side. What we do want is we want to put more of these little butterflies, a couple here and there. So I think I'll probably just put a little one maybe here or here, and then this other small one in the corner when I've done that. That'll look pretty, I think.
Yeah, it will.
One other thing I did, and I want to mention is, can you see the way this corner looks really nicely finished? Yeah. Right, so use your
punches.
Yes. Sometimes they're a little bit tight if you do a really small card, because you can't quite get in to get them all, you know, get it in there. But with this, I just think that looks so much more professional.
Those
sharp edge on it.
Back in stock as well, aren't they?
Are they?
I'm sure the punches are, yeah.
Oh, I've got to say, it's the first time I've used the Crafter's Companion corner punch. I am loving it massively, because you've got all the different corners, from the more shallow, the more you know, acute and corner there. Yeah. And so everyone, and I use the more pointy one. Yeah. For this, because it's such a small card, but I think that just finishes it off.
Perfect. Yes.
And like I say, this is a card that I haven't gone through this card before. This is us playing in real time, so you can see how you can play with them. They're going to work. Don't worry about it. If I can do it before a live studio audience, you can go and do them in your craft room at your own pace, at leisure, and have just a lovely colouring.
What show was it that used to say? Was it Happy Days was filmed before a live studio audience?
Yeah, Mrs. Cunningham and Richie and no, before my time, Ben.
Well, obviously,
Before my time.
Before,
Likely, I believe that. So I'm going to do the same kind of just the same kind of formula. This is a different card. This is obviously not the card that we've just used. So again, every card's going to behave a little bit differently. I don't want to cut out one of my pre-cut cards to do this with. you know, just use a bit of your... In fact, what I'm using here is the multi-purpose card.
Okay.
Just because the background card didn't have a texture, and if I used the watercolour, that would clearly have a texture. So I just thought I'd go with a smoother kind of option with this. And I'm not trying to get too fancy colouring this little guy in, because it's just a small butterfly.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't have to try and put like 50 colours on each wing.
And also, I know obviously you're an expert at what you do, but for people perhaps, I know a lot of newbies and perhaps sort of beginners tuning in on a Wednesday, you know, just have fun with this. And I think butterflies are a great excuse to actually practice your watercolouring, because, you know, mixing and matching the colours in, I mean, it just doesn't matter. You don't have to think about it too much, do you?
Don't, and I like that. Not having to think is always a bonus in my book.
Me too.
Any day of the week. It's just because there's any colour, you know, that when you think of you've got the real, in the real butterfly world, there's just a limitless number of colours anyway, but then you can make them up as it is. So, you know, they're just fun. You're not restricted in any way when you're playing with these little guys. So if you like a pop of colour, go for it. I've caught a little bit there on that. Can you see that just my brush slipped there, which is a little bit of a shame. But those two little things there are going to be now ready to put on there, on the background. I'm just going to wipe that up. This is where as well I would say, you know those little mixing palettes, the little flower mixing palettes?
Oh yeah.
I would definitely get one of those if you can, because when you do your little scribbling, like I've just done, if you scribble in the palette, you don't have to keep wiping it up and wasting it.
Oh, that's a really good idea actually, yeah.
Right, so we've got those there, and now we're back to the paper. Shall we see if you can distress the paper? Can ink it a little bit to take the colour down.
By the way, I've just seen the mixing palette is in stock. It's 99p currently.
What?
Yeah.
Get it in the
That's going in my basket.
What? You
Get
know
it in
what?
there.
We were talking about little hampers for crafty friends for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That is such a... It looks a big, bulky ice. It looks a lot.
Yeah.
And for that, and I'm not kidding, I have paid like £6 up for a palette that isn't as good as that one in the past, for watercolour and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Not the Crafter's Companion one, but a one that, like I say, in the watercolour world, way more money. Yeah, these are inking lovely. So the papers, guys, also work great with their water reactive ink. So what I've done is just gone around with the black around the outside, just to tone down that little bright pop, just to give it a vignette look.
Yeah, it frames it, doesn't it, a little bit more?
It just frames it a little bit, yeah. And it just takes the pattern down a little bit more, so that what we see is that really blingy, gorgeous, full-on, full colour butterfly.
Yeah.
And so just about ready to stick this little guy together, I think. And it doesn't have to be any more complex than that. That's going to go on there. Yeah, we're good.
Looks brilliant. Right. And I think, again, in essence, you know what, if you think about, you know, making quick, easy cards here, we've given you everything that you need in terms of the card blanks and envelopes that you can now get, Sheena's brand new Bold Butterflies collection, all of the cards, all the papers, or cardstock, I should say, that you get as the bonus buy. You know, think about taking some of your water active inks if you want to create this sort of vignette effect as well. But it's just about little mats and layers to create something which looks absolutely fantastic. And even if you think to yourself, oh, I'm not on the kind of, you know, level of colouring as Sheena is, I just don't think that matters. I think have fun with these, you know, experiment with them, and just have a play. You can't go too far wrong with a butterfly, I don't think.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I'm going to stick those there, and I'm thinking of, you know what, I'm just going to use a little bit of the tape just for speed, but you would at home use something like your Kalal or something a bit more robust, because there's not a lot of surface to cling to this card, but that I do think it looks nice if it's dimensional. If you've got a die, then in my book, you know, die for dimension is what I keep thinking, which means lift them off the paper. Yeah. Or you may as well have just stamped it. Yeah. And we'll pop that little one maybe just in the corner there. And there, a card that was not going to be and was not going to be in existence until just now, with a spur of the moment idea, and you could stamp a sentiment down there, but that's I don't think that's bad for a one that was not planned at all.
Absolutely blooming marvellous, eh? Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on Crafters TV. If you're confused, Don't be. It's been a little bit different over the course of this show. So that was a recording from earlier on with me and Sheena during Wake Up Call. Unfortunately, in between times, Sheena's not feeling brilliant. She's fine. Don't panic. She's absolutely fine, but she's not feeling that great. So Sheena is on her way home. So we dropped in a bit of inspiration from Sheena just for you to watch there, and we're back live now. But of course, it's all about Sheena's new collection, the Bold Butterflies Showstopper collection. I'll take you all around it again in just a few moments' time so you know exactly what you're going for, how the showstopper works and all that. But we are now live for the next hour, and I'm delighted to say, and come on, let's give him a lot of appreciation because he's a busy chap at the best of times, and I know he's got a busy few days as well, but the call was put out. You know, I told you, like Batman, when they need Batman, they put out the bat signal in the sky. It's the same here at Crafters. Whenever something like that happens, like Sheena's not feeling so well, we get out the Crafters signal goes up, and one man answered the call. And he drove here, I was going to say, drove here really good, he didn't. He drove here at a very sensible speed to get here and help us out for the final hour. Craig's coming, everybody. Thank you, mate. Superhero, as always.
Oh, no. Do you know something? We all know when we are working, whatever we are doing, when we're not feeling 100%, it's not nice. It is not nice. So, absolutely, yeah, busy couple of days. But do you know what? I just dropped what I was doing because I thought, well, I get to come in here. Selfishly, I get to have a look at Sheena's brand new collection, which is absolutely stunning. Sheena has left me all of our demos, and do you know what? We're still going to use them, but we're just going to play. We're going to show you techniques with them, show you the stamps with the dies. What she's done here is absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, do you know something? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
Ah, do you know, I couldn't have asked for better today, really, because I love working with our Sheena, and then I get to work with my crafty bestie as well for an hour, so it's all marvellous. I'll quickly go through the showstopper, because I know we want to get onto some demos with Craig. So the showstopper is, we haven't got a huge amount of stock here. I think we've got just about over 100 of the showstoppers remaining, the Bold Butterflies. In fact, 106 of the showstoppers. What it is that will sell at the showstopper is the 6x6 stamping platform, all right? So that's the item which is basically going to sell at the showstopper. Once the showstopper goes, just to reiterate once again, you'll still be able to get the brand new stamps and dies. You just won't be able to get the added extras. So I'll quickly take you through this, and then we'll crack on and get some demos with Craig as well. So as you saw from that sort of recorded half an hour or so with Sheena, you've got a wonderful selection of brand new stamps and dies. Sheena's Bold Butterflies collection. If you want to go for all of these individually as well, by the way, you can. So if I tell you the names as we go, and if you see one, I'll just get one collection, you'll know which one you're going for. So you've got the Red Admiral Butterfly, first of all. Big, bold stamps to get colouring in, all right? Whether you're going to use the watercolour shimmer palettes that we've got on the show, your aqua pens that we've got on the show, if you want to take your alcohol markers into these, however you want to work it, it's entirely up to you. You get your big, bold stamp, first of all. Then you get your two smaller stamps. But the dies are incredible here because the two small dies to cut out these little butterflies, but then that big die split into two. So as we were talking about with Sheena earlier on, you can cut that out as a topper if you wish, or you can use just half of the actual die itself to make that an edgeable. So it's an incredibly versatile set of stamps and dies. So that one, first of all, is your Red Admiral Butterfly. If you'd like this one, that's your Peacock Butterfly. Same again, one big stamp. There's two smaller butterflies and then your sentiments in there alongside your dies as well. Next one, I like the colours on this one actually, that Monarch Butterfly, but again, really big size, so much detail in these as well as you would expect from a Sheena collection. And then you've got the dies to be able to do all of your die cutting with too. And then lastly, really beautiful once again, that one is called your Swallowtail Butterfly. And again, all the dies to cut out the smaller butterflies, 3 sentiments in that, and then that huge big detailed butterfly die as well, stamp rather, with the dies to be able to cut that out. Those you can buy individually as smaller bundles. If you just want the stamps and dies on their own, you can go that way too. However, the showstopper bundle is what everyone, the majority of people are going for. 106 of these now remaining. So you get all the stamps and dies that I've just shown you that you saw being demonstrated by Sheena. And then for an extra £10 or $10, and this would actually, if you paid for these individually, this would cost you an extra 27 or 36. So you're making a big saving. We give you a bottle of our stamp cleaning solution. So really handy for keeping your stamps in good nick. You're getting the watercolour cardstock as well, so 15 sheets of that included, and then also that stamping platform as well to really help you get the very best out of your stamps. And as I said, that's the one that's going to sell the showstopper out. Platinum price on this is incredible. Again, £56 or $64. You're making a huge saving off what really, for the launch day, should be full price, shouldn't it? But we go, no, have £25, have $36 off, have your Club Inspired discount, and then when you have the showstopper, get the bonus buy. And again, I won't take too long flicking through these because we did a good pick and flick earlier on, but you're going to get these, which we launched just a few weeks ago, the limited edition Ultimate Pro paper collection. It's not paper, it's cardstock. 250 GSM. You're going to get your three card pads, I should say, 36 double-sided sheets. This one is your ditzy florals, all done on this beautiful sort of pearl effect pad. It's absolutely stunning. And in the ditzies, you've got sort of those more sort of detailed, smaller florals in there with the corresponding background. The backgrounds in here you'll find as well, you've got a lot more sort of designs like your stripes and your checks in there as well. Then you're going to get your Botanic Garden. This again, all the colours of the rainbow, all the seasons in here. Once again, on that beautiful pearl pad. And you go through looking at these beautiful florals, slightly bigger in size than your ditzy florals, but you'll see again that all of the colours match up beautifully with the colours that you've got in your ditzy floral set. And then, it's no fluke, you're going to get your rainbow pad. This one is all of your block colours, double-sided once again, 250 GSM, and all of the colours that you've got there match up perfectly with all of the colours that you've got there, and also in your ditzy florals as well. Now, if you want to buy that set individually, you can. It's £47.99 or $55.99. But what the majority of people are doing are going, hang on a minute, I want the new Sheena collection, so I'll go for the showstopper, so I get all of that added extra goodies for just an extra 10. And then I'm going to get this, the bonus buy, half that price if you do. So pop the showstopper in your basket, get the bonus buy, and that price comes down to just under £24, just under $28, $27.99 is the best way to go. But as I've said, get your skates on just a little bit if you're after the showstopper because the stock on that is going quickly. A few quick comments and we'll get on into it. Hi to Laurie, who says, now the butterfly stamps are on my Christmas list. Sheena, these are absolutely gorgeous. Wendy Graham's got the showstopper. Teresa's bought two of the showstoppers, one for her and one for a Christmas gift for her sister in New Mexico. Phil says, the hottie Scotty has got CTV out of a tight spotty. He absolutely has. Superman Craig here to save the day, says Jane Quigley. Yes, he took his cape and his pants off as he came in. He was wearing he had his pants on the outside. He's still got his pants, well, I think he has anyway. No, you know what I mean, no. He took his cape off and then the pants because he's never mind. Tricia says, sorry to hear about Sheena, but it's lovely to see Craig as always, isn't it? And Cindy Connie says, yay, Craig! Way to come in at the last minute. We love you. And Sarah Brown says, Craig, you are such a... I've lost the Aussie accent now. Craig, you are such a great person to come in and fill in when Sheena isn't feeling well. You are a great friend, and that's why we love you, you flaming galah.
Ah, bless you, absolutely. Yeah, we do it for anyone on the team. We'd all do it for each other.
We all try to help each other out, don't we?
We do it always, 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 always. And as I said before, you know, it's not nice when you're not feeling well. You know, although when we get crafting, it takes our mind off things. Sometimes if you're not feeling well, it just doesn't take your mind off it, as we know that. So absolutely the best thing for Sheena was to get home, get some rest. As you said, I did see her quickly on the pass and I was coming in, she went out. And overall, she was absolutely fine. She's just not feeling great, so.
Yeah, yeah. This is one of those things, this job is the best job in the world, but when you're not feeling particularly great, it can be a difficult job to do, and that's the reason that Sheena's not here and she's gone home to get herself well. But the good news is, Craig has stepped in, he is here, and like you said, so Sheena's left you sort of, well, basically all of her goodies to play with, but we've got a few little samples to have a look at. It's such a great idea, this though, Craig, isn't it? Because if you love to stamp, you're covered. If you love to die cut, you're covered. And the fact that you've got that split die on the bigger stamp gives you so much versatility, I guess.
It really, really does. So in between shows yesterday, all of these were outside, just outside our studio. So I was having a look at it, and then when I realised all the dies are separate, you're like, you know, your left fold edgeable, your right fold, but you can die cut the whole out. You can cut one side in, leave the other side out.
Yeah.
It's that big, obviously, bold butterfly. But then it always comes down to the colour options. Now, within this one here, you can see there, if you're wanting to then start to split it, so that's actually been stamped onto the card. And Ben, that's just using one die on one side to lift it up. But then maybe you want to use both dies, and we are going to use both dies in a moment to actually cut out the whole butterfly, but then that's onto your vellums. Because of course, depending on the ink or your embossing, you can do it onto all different mediums. Also using it to then die cut out the whole butterfly, but you've got your accent butterflies as well. Start to layer them up with your inks. We're going to use the duet in a moment, but look at that one there. Isn't that absolutely incredible? So any size of the card blanks that you're going to go with. I'm sorry, guys, although you've got me here today, I'm going to bang on about the card blanks once again. You like those card blanks, didn't you? I adore the card blanks. It's so good that we've got our own. These are going to work with all the different size card blanks. But then look about all the different techniques that you can do. Use all of your shimmer palettes as well. No, we've just got one left. We'll do a little bit of colouring in a moment. But whether you're going to stamp them and cut them or just stamp them onto your blacks, or if you're going to do it onto your whites or your watercolours, double edgeable that you can see here.
That's amazing.
And look at that. Isn't that fab?
Yeah.
But then look how striking it is when it comes to using them all lined up. But then because you've got that die, Ben, you can go in at angles too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
These are so cool, so fab. And then if you do have your big nesting dies, change the look completely. Changing the colour every single time. But let's do it. Now, you guys know, as much as I like to play, this isn't my style. This is great. I need to do this more often, I'm telling you, Ben. This is brilliant, because then I just get to dive in and have a play. Because as you said, Sheena has left me her demos that she was going to do. But she did say to me, Craig, just go for it. Put your stance on it
do you
and
know
play.
What? Earlier, she had loads of demos lined up, as she always does, and then she actually didn't end up doing any of the demos that she planned, because she just played with it.
Just played, and that's the good thing. The good thing about this is playing. So let's go in here, and this is the Bold and the Beautiful. Now, Ben, when we play here today, I am literally playing. I don't have this collection. I've seen it, but I don't have it, so I've not played with it. So we will be literally playing live.
A fresh take.
Exactly. So we're going to go in with the beautiful peacock butterfly. This one's got lovely curls to it that you can see here. You've got the roundness. So we're going to take the two dies. This is where it can be on the left fold or the right fold. So if that's one of your 4x6 card blanks, Ben, we could go onto the left fold, or we can go onto the right fold. Or of course, what I am going to do is we can then use them together to then die cut. So for this one, because it's two separate dies, you can either cut and then do the stamping afterwards, or vice versa. For this, I know usually I'll tend to die cut first, but so that I can get the angle just right, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my stamping first.
Okay.
Do not onto watercolour card for now, because I'm going to use our, I think, what's it that we've got left? The Sunbeam?
Sunbeam, yeah.
We're going to use the Sunbeam. So for this, I'm going to go in with my 6x6 stamping platform that we've got in the set. And then we're just going to use our water-based ink pad. So we've got the water-based ink pad, which is Noir Black, that I'm using here. Once again, because the Sunbeam are water-based, so therefore we want our water-based ink pad. Okay. So we're just going to ink it up. We're going to go all over our butterfly. Already I'm thinking about our mascot roll as well, and starting to do mascot techniques. I know in between shows we've only got an hour now, but I'm going to ask Jake to get me the mascot roll if we've not already got some here, and I'm going to do a little play in between shows so we can do a little technique in the last show. Okay. But then let's press that in. So I'm going to press this into place, and this is using the 6x6 that you've got within the actual showstopper. And then we're going to work it around. Once you're happy with the pressure, I'm just going to release that one, and we've got that big bold peacock butterfly. Now that I know that I've got my layer, what I'm then going to do is I'm going to come in with the die. So we're going to go in with the die, and they really are easy to kind of sit around each butterfly. Very simple. We're just going to give ourselves that white halo all the way around. I'm going to use my low tack tape. I'm going to press that in, and then I'm just going to make sure that's nice and secure. I'm going over my die, but I'm going on to what would be the waste of my cardstock, because I don't want any of the fibres of my cardstock to be picked up. That's because our low tack tape is low tack. However, with the pressure of the Gemini, what can happen is it can capture some of the fibre sometime. And then what I'm doing is I'm just making sure I'm meeting right to the edge. So if you want to leave just a little gap, what I'm also then going to do is, good idea is to, before you commit with the low tack tape, get them both lined up, just so that you know that you've got that right spacing all the way round. So if I take that one off there, and then let's start to position them so I can kind of see where I'm going. So that's roughly where I'm wanting to go, which is there. So I know that's in the right place, so let's tape that one down here. And I'm doing it at each side, but what I will do in a moment, Ben, to make sure we don't get any crossover, I'm going to then secure where the meat is well.
Okay.
So the last thing that we want is for them to move and cross over on each other, and then just potentially just damage just the nip, the end of that die. We don't want that. So therefore, let's just tape that down, and then within the centre part, just where the meat, I'm just going to make sure that they're both nicely secured down, but they're not crossing over. Tape that in, and then we're just going to meet that one up, and then I'm just going to hold that in, and then we can tape that down. And then for this one, we're just going to line up with our plate. So we're going to pop that in, and then I'm going to do frosted magnetic top plate, feed that one through our Gemini.
Yeah.
And then that is then, of course, going to be my layer ready for me to colour. But if I didn't stamp, that's a lovely outline of a butterfly.
Exactly.
Do it in black cardstock. There's you, got a silhouette, butterfly silhouette. Or what you can then do, once we take these out, Ben, so if I take that out, and although of course I've got my low tack tape on the outside, so therefore I am, because of time, I'm quite literally going to then just pull this away. But if you're really, really careful, what you've then got is an outline for a shaker. So if we take that out,
that's a great idea.
what we're going to do is we're just going to carefully peel that off, up to there. Let's just take that off, over, peel that one out. Because we've connected the dies at the tip of each edge, that's then going to then just pop out there, and there's the outline for butterfly, beautifully cut. But as I say, there's now an outline for a shaker.
Yes,
or
to keep
ink
all
through
those.
it, or stencil through it, or
Yeah.
spritz through
Yeah,
it, or
yeah.
bring in all your different mediums. So that is that one. So what we can then do is let's come in with our sunbeam here. So I've got my paintbrush just at this. I think I'm all right. Forgive me if I'm just a little bit
Hey, we'll let you off.
all over the place
We'll let
here.
you off, Craig,
I'm just
today.
having a look at all the goodies that we've got here.
Yeah.
So I've got my water brush. I've got my water brush here. I'm also going to get my water spritz, because if I bring in the sunbeam, what I'm going to do, I'm not sure at the moment what colour I'm going to go for, so I'm going to give it all just a light spritz. Activating them all, and then...
That's pretty much every time you use them, right? And you
Yes.
just have to give them a little spritz.
Absolutely, every time. If you've got a little bit of water in there and you see it pooling, don't worry, just leave it, because then it will dry, but what will happen is you just activate it again.
Okay.
So there's no damage to it or anything like that. So let's go in, I'm going to go in with, let's turn our sheets out in the other way. Let's go in with the dandelion.
Okay.
So we're going to pick all this beautiful colour up. So if I bring that in there so you can see exactly what I'm doing here, I'm going to go into here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm not going to follow the lines at this point. I'm just going to go in maybe about a quarter of the way over. If you want to come along and then give that another spritz, you can go in just with your water brush, Ben, if you want to, with a little bit of water, but you don't want to oversaturate them. So therefore, just give it a light mist. That's going to be the best way to do it. We're going to then start to pull that up. There we go, that's it. I'm then going to go in, and I am being rough. I'm just being rough. I'm just going to go in and lay that dandelion down. I'm not going into that intersection just yet, because I'm going to come in with another colour. But what I'm wanting is I'm wanting to have that striking dandelion yellow in there first. We're still going to see the black outline, but what it's going to do is it's going to mute it ever so slightly, because we're going over it, but we'll still see it. And with it being water-based, we're going to still be able to do some blends. So we're going to go into that one. I'm going to clean my brush off now.
Yeah.
And then let's go in with, decisions. Let's go in with, right, rose garden or wildflower. They're both pinky tones. These ones here. So that one's rose garden, that one's wildflower. What do you think? I'm going to let you choose.
Well, just because whenever you say rose garden, I get that song in my head.
So you want rose garden?
Yeah, I beg your pardon. You must know that song.
In a rose garden.
I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. Just to say as well, I know a few people are confused. It would have been a slip of the tongue. So the ink that Craig used to stamp with was waterproof ink. The
What did I
waterproof
say?
ink pad. Water-based, apparently.
Oh, water-based,
just-
waterproof. Yeah.
It's just, it was a slip of the tongue. So don't get confused on that. Yes. Yes, Carolyn, that question's just come through. So yeah, it's the waterproof is what you need to use.
Waterproof.
Yes, there you go.
Still technically a water-based, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And with these pallets as well,
Yeah.
are these going to become core items? I know obviously the Moonbeam's currently out of stock, but the Sunbeam, are these core? I think they are, aren't they?
The plan are for essential core tool items. That's off the back of me speaking to Sarah yesterday about the card blanks.
Yeah.
What I would say, first round, yes, they'll sell out, but the plan is because so many of the items, once the launch bent, have been incredibly popular. It's always hard with a launch to gauge actually how well they're going to do.
Yeah.
So what happens is, of course, we'll always order after manufacture a set amount, but then that gives us that indication going forwards as to the actual quantities. So therefore, I'm going to go back to the card blanks. At some point, probably this week, maybe early next week, they are going to sell out. But what's going to happen is then we can then remanufacture them with much more quantities that we know that's going to fulfill.
Yeah.
And they're going to be on the website all the time. So key colour and medium, such as all these as well, certainly with the Sunbeam and the Moonbeam, that are going to be back and that are going to be key core tool items.
Yeah, and just to say as well, I know Craig's waxing lyrical as we were earlier on about the new card blanks and envelopes that we've done too. Sheena was using the white cardstock earlier on. I think she used the 5x5 and then the 6x6, and she was loving the fact that she was taking her aqua markers onto that cardstock and it was working absolutely perfectly for her.
Absolutely.
So going to take all those different mediums for you. It's a brilliant time, I was saying, Craig. I know because you were saying it's particularly good for our US viewers as well, but I just think this time of the year, if people are kind of making to batch make or you know, making loads of Christmas cards, what a great opportunity to pick those card blanks up, because even experienced, card makers like yourself, it must be nice to have a stash of those that you can just simply go to without having to make your own card blanks the whole time.
Always. The most difficult thing as well, so many love 6x6.
Yeah.
But to make your 6x6 from A4, you're essentially having to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4.
Yeah.
And it is frustrating. Picking up on what you said is, yes, it's so easy here in the UK to get so many different size card blanks. Essential sizes, but still sizes all the same. You guys stateside, it's a lot harder for you to get key sizes. So the fact is we've got our own now. The card blanks themselves are true to size.
Yep.
So if it says 6x6, the card blank is actually 6x6. The envelope is a little bit bigger.
Slightly bigger, yeah.
If you get the cello bag to go with them, I know we've only got a small range of the cello bags at the moment, but if you go for the cello bags to match the blanks that you get, the cello bags are slightly bigger than the envelopes. So they're all going to fit together. The key thing is the card blanks are true to size.
Yeah.
So if it says 6x6, they're 6x6. If it's 5x7, they're 5x7. The white ones are manufactured, they are white multi-purpose.
Yep.
It's white multi-purpose that you're getting, but they've been made into the card blanks. So you know that you've got the best of the best when it comes to the techniques that you want to do, the stamping that you want to do. And let's face it, and Sheena showed that earlier on, although I didn't see it, but I know you were telling me earlier on, your white multi-purpose, as long as you're not saturating it, you can still do all your water-based on it. Do you know what I mean? You can do your alcohol colouring. So it really is the cardstock that you know and love. It's what you're getting when it comes to our card blanks.
Thanks for all the love coming through as well. Let us know. I mean, we were talking earlier on about the different butterflies in the UK. I think I researched with it. There's 59 different types of butterfly. If you've got a particular favourite like Hannah has, let us know. She says, no one asked me, but my favourite butterfly by far is a blue morpho. Never heard of that.
Oh, I've not heard of that either.
No, which is apparently it's also the emoji that comes up when you write the word butterfly.
Is it?
Yeah, a blue morpho. What was the one I told Sheena about earlier on? One called a purple hair streak. Purple hair streak, yeah. I know like your red admiral, and that's about it pretty much as far as butterflies are concerned.
I'm not good with my butterflies. To be fair, if you watch Play Your Crafts Right on Saturday, I'm not good with a lot of things like flags and stuff like that.
I love flags. I wish I'd been in on that game.
No.
Or you should have messaged me because I could have helped you out. Did you not do very well?
No. Oh, no.
How many did you get out of 10?
2.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. The last one, you know what killed me? Absolutely killed me, and I felt guilty for Sarah Brown. The last one, it was 2 flags. One of them was the Australian flag.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a country's flag.
Right.
So I thought, although it was 2 flags kind of angled together, I thought that was a flag. And I was like, right, what flag could that be? But no, it was 2 separate flags. I was like, oh.
What other ones are in there? Can you remember? Like, were they? Well, as I say, were they easy flags? They obviously weren't. If you got 2 out of 10. How many did Lily get? Did she get them all?
Yeah, I got Germany.
Oh, Germany, yeah. Yeah.
Did I get Japan or was
Did the England flag come up?
The England one?
Yeah.
No, neither did the Scotland one, actually.
You'd have got those.
I'd have got them.
Yeah.
To be fair, you would have thought I would have got the Australia one, but like I say, that's my excuse. Do you know how bad it was? Victoria was on the social and she came through to me yesterday and she was laughing. She went, "You put that on, didn't you?"
Did you say, yeah?
No, I was like, do you think I'd purposely want to offend different countries? I mean, if that was the case, if I knew what I was talking about, I would have been completely honest. It was the fact of I genuinely did not know.
I don't think it's necessarily a point of offence if you don't know a country's flag. If you don't know it,
that was my worry.
No.
That was my worry.
No, if you don't know flags, you don't. I mean, I know a few, but I think most people would know a few flags, but I don't think everybody knows every single flag of every country in the world.
I was more annoyed at Sam because the last time I was on Player Crafts, right, he'd done a cracking one. Can't remember what it was about, but he was starting to incorporate wrestlers. It was brilliant.
Oh, yeah, he should have done that, shouldn't he?
Should have done that.
Yeah, if it was wrestling, then it would have been easy for
Well,
Craig.
that's very well, Charlotte. I'm not in this weekend.
What is it this weekend, Charlotte? Apparently it is... it's presenter... Should I reveal this or not? Oh, I love... So, OK. I'll spoil it. It's blame me. It's presenter and expert faces in album covers. So do you remember one of the best ones ever was when? Do you remember when we did the movie one and they put our faces into movie posters?
Was that not at Christmas last year?
I think it might have been because I did quite well on that, but the only one I didn't get was one with yours and my face on it. It was like a Netflix Christmas film, which they've still got it up in the office.
They do, yeah.
Above Nicola's desk, I think it is.
That was the Christmas special me and you done last year, and it was like Muppets Christmas Carol. Their faces were all merged together.
Was that our Christmas party show?
That was, yeah.
Yeah. We should do that again this year.
Oh my gosh, we should do.
Who's up for another Craig and Ben Christmas special?
Will we do that?
I don't know. If there's enough appetite for it, I'd be up for doing that.
Oh, I'd be up for doing that.
It was fun because we had games, didn't we? And then we had a little craft off at the end.
We did.
Loads of little demos in there as well. So let us know.
Let's do that. Let's do that. If enough of you guys say yes, you want that, I'm sure we could make it happen. Because I'm not planning on leaving here to go to Scotland until maybe about 22nd or something. Yeah. So plenty of time to get that in, Ben. Plenty of time.
I'm always up for more shows with Craig or Bagel, particularly if they are sort of... I say if they're fun, I mean, they're always fun shows, but you know what I mean, when we're playing games and stuff. Got to have a few games and quizzes and stuff at Christmas time. Oh, you've got to.
Just don't send in your Christmas tree pictures, please.
Oh, no! Let's make that part of the show. If you're brave enough this year, send in a picture of your Christmas tree and let Craig, let Craig cast his eye over it.
Not at all. Not at all. But that one, Ben, I kept really, really simple. So what I'd done is I'd done dandelion, rose garden, dandelion. On this side, I went into the opposite. So I'd gone in with the rose garden, the dandelion, rose garden. So I just kind of flipped it on itself, but just keeping it really, really simple because the way that the lines have been drawn, isn't it absolutely fab? Having, of course, your the actual sunbeam striking through. Yeah. But what I am going to do, now I'm not sure if they're on the show as such, but let's do a quick background just so you can see how they look. And I'm going to go in with the lemon meringue because myself and Sarah, we had these on yesterday as part of a bonus buy. So I'm going to use the lemon meringue. Yeah. And I've got my white multi-purpose cardstock here. And for this one, I'm actually go in with the raspberry ripple first of all. And I'm going to go all the way round. And you could do what Sarah was doing yesterday with the brushes. Debbie was doing some work with the Duet ink pads on Monday when we had our launch with the brushes. Or of course you can still use the blending pads. The reason I'm using the blending pads, Ben, is because we've focused on the brushes quite a lot the last couple of days. Okay. So those that still want to use the blending tools, just goes to show that you can still use all the blending tools when it comes to your Duet. But we're just going to create that background. This is 4 1/4 by 7. So it's that elongated card that we've got here. And this is where you could do this straight onto your card blanks if you want to. Yeah. No problem whatsoever. But let's just start to layer that over the top. I'm going to get a little bit more heavier handed here. And then what we can do is we're going to go in with the lemon meringue. And notice, the reason I've gone for these colours is to pull them all in together. So let's go in with the lemon meringue here. And you can do this with your water reactive, do it with your pigments if you want to, do it with your aqua pens and your glycerin that Sheena loves to do. You can do all of that. But what I'm just wanting to do is I just want to get a light bit of a background going here with the two colours, just so that it can complement the actual butterfly. Let's just blend that in so we've got that kind of halo all the way round to blend in completely. I'm then going to go in with, and I had it laid out, let's have a look here, here we go. I'm going to go in and bringing back in the spots and the dots. They came with their glitter pastes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just going to sit that one over the top here. And for this one, let's go in with, actually, I'm going to stick with the raspberry ripple.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go a little bit more heavier handed round the edge, picking up that colour, working it all the way round. And then what we can then do is lift this up. And at first, in some areas you think you've not really got much colour starting to blend through. But what will happen is if you lift that up, what you've then got, how smart's that?
That's in stock as well, by the way, if you want to get that stencil set.
Fabulous, glad to hear that one. And then what we can do with this one here is let's bring in just a little blank that we've got. Black blank here, so it's 5 by 7.5. So we can make our own if you want to.
Yeah.
And we're just going to frame that like that.
Beautiful.
Bring in our tape runner, layer this one on. We can then add that into the centre, pop that into place like so. And then for this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to manipulate that ever so slightly to then go into the centre just here.
So pretty.
It really,
just again, as you've manipulated that butterfly, the sheen and shimmer is unbelievable. And again, to achieve that on your white cardstock is incredible. Look at that. That is second to none, honestly. I know we're obviously biased, but that is incredible. That Sunbeam palette's still available as well, by the way, if you want it. It's on the Shop the Day, Shop the Show as well.
Bend that in, manipulate that in.
Yeah.
And then what Sheena's already done, now they're uncoloured. Now I was going to colour them, but I'm purposely going to leave them black and white because I'm bringing in the black and the white from the framework.
Yeah.
But what I am just going to do is I'm just going to go in. Alternatively, what you could do, I tell you what, actually, let's add a light colour, but what we're going to do, let's use the jasmine. So that's giving us more of kind of like a clear shimmer. Okay. So I know you can't see all that I'm doing at the side of me each time. Sheena's left a pot of water out here, so I'm just cleaning my brush. Certainly with this one being like a clear iridescence one. And then I'm just going to pick that colour up, spritz with the water, or I'm just going to quickly go in because I've run out of water from a spritzer. We're going to pick that one up, and then we're just going to go over here.
Okay.
And at first glance, it doesn't look much, Ben, but when it dries, it's going to give you that same effect, but clear.
Okay.
So it's as if we've gone over with maybe not quite a sparkle pen, because of course that's giving you a sparkle. This is giving you the incredible shimmer. It's as if it's like it's your own pearlescent cardstock, but a white one. So let's just pull that one out. We're just going to leave that just for a second to dry. There's no point in showing you just yet because it's still damp, so therefore you're just going to see the sheen from the water. So let's just go in with a little bit more damp on my brush here, picking that one up. But from the main butterfly that I've done, Ben, to this one here, notice how essentially I've been doing is scribbling with a paintbrush. Yeah. Scribbling with a paintbrush to get that colour, get that shimmer on. And this has been stamped with your waterproof ink pad as well. So let's bring this in here for a second. And then maybe you can see that sheen just coming on there you've got there. I'm going to keep it with two of them because I like to have the odd numbers. So there's number one. Here's number two. Let's add a little bit of tape to the back here. Okay. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to press that into there. And we're going to then bring this one into here. And this is me playing, Ben. So
hey, it's not bad for playing, is it? Come on.
Colours and all that here. It's not as if Sheena's had them left for me. She's got the cards, them stamped, I've got all them ready to go. Now this is just me playing with the colours. So let's bring that into there.
Next thing you know, he's going to be wanting a star for this on the board, an E for effort. Hey, I might dish one out for you, for coming in. Am I allowed to do that, being presentation lead?
Well, I think you can, yeah.
Are there any pre-cut stars over there?
Any what, sorry?
Any stars over there? Ready to go up there?
Oh, there's loads of
What does everyone
stars.
think for coming in on, you know, on his day off when he's got a busy day tomorrow?
Oh, what, sorry?
Well, you know, on your, I'm giving you a star on your day off from being in the studio.
Oh, from being in the studio. I was
All
going to say,
right,
yeah.
don't be so pedantic. You won't be getting your star in a
Day
minute.
off.
You know, but on his day off
Thank
of
you,
being on
babe,
air,
yeah.
I'm thinking, you know, maybe an E for effort star. We'll see though.
Here we
Look
go,
at that.
that one. Look at that. So if I tilt that here just so we can see that shimmer,
That's amazing.
that jasmine shimmer into the back. Now it just needs to go onto a card blank, but then there we go. From stamping, so Sheena's left me the white and the black layers, and I've come along and stamped in colour. I mean, even look at that angle there with the main butterfly, giving you that there with the rose garden and the dandelion and a little bit of duet in the backdrop.
I absolutely love that. And that's just from playing. Oh, they liked it in the truck park as well. There
They
you
liked
go.
it.
They liked it.
That's their voting.
That's there. Yeah. Should you get an E for effort star? Yeah, absolutely. Listen, thank you as well for all the comments coming through. Lots of love for the Christmas special idea as well. Hannah says, yes,
there?
please. I didn't see last year's Christmas special as I wasn't here. Oh, you missed a good show. You missed a good one.
Go back on our YouTube. Go back on our YouTube.
It would have been the 22nd, 21st, 22nd? It was the last show of the year before we took the Christmas break anyway.
No, it wasn't. It must
Wasn't
have been the second last, because me and Corin were together on the very last day, the 23rd. So it must be 21st, 22nd.
The Friday.
Yeah.
Was it? I think.
Must yeah.
Rachel's going to look it up for us. Thank you, Rachel. Cindy says, sounds fun. I wasn't here for any past Christmas events. Looking forward to this one. It might happen. It's not set in stone. And Sandra says, that would be a good giggle. It was. Last year's was fun. All I remember from last year's was we had all of these games, right? And if you won a game, you got to pick the crafty item first, because there was a selection of crafty items. So I won every single game. So I had the first pick of all the crafty items. Then the final game was to craft a Christmas crown. And he beat me, didn't he?
It's still in the green, or it's somewhere, isn't it?
Yours was around. I think Debbie might have thrown it away because she tidied up the green
she did,
room
didn't she?
about,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. Mine
must-
went straight in the bin after the show because I was just.
She must have thought a toddler had made it from one of my family members and thought, I'll spin that.
It was so funny. Loads of love coming through for that card as well. Beautiful, says Christine Mahoney. Absolutely gorgeous, Craig, says Sarah Brown. And Lois Gathos says, very pretty card, such lovely colours. Thank you, Craig. Listen, if you want to go for the showstopper, by the way, less than 100 showstoppers now remaining. We're under 100 on this now. If you want to jump in. In fact, I'll tell you how many. Get ready, get ready. Okay, we're going to do the... Charlotte, you give me the nod. Make it... Okay. Oh, she's getting... She's getting... Wait. 96 remaining showstoppers. Yeah, presentation lead. Finger cook there.
How long when training were you for that?
Oh, years. If you tried it, it would probably I'm not 55, Charlotte. How very dare you. There's 96 remaining of the showstopper. Just again, this is just to kind of keep you sort of up to date with where we are. It's the stamping platform that's selling out the showstopper. Once the showstopper goes, you'll still be able to get the brand new stamps and dies, just not the showstopper, and of course that extra bonus buy as well. We wanted also to have a look at the watercolour, the shimmering watercolour palette. This is the Sunbeam, absolutely gorgeous. You've seen just how much shimmer you can achieve from using this palette. It's incredible. And again, I think the fact, you know, when we've seen like, shimmer before on darker cardstock, when you've seen things like your metallics before, your metallic pens on darker cardstock, it works absolutely beautifully, of course it does. And I think it's harder to achieve that level of shimmer on lighter cardstock, on white cardstock. This, I mean, as you've seen, is absolutely achieving the most shimmer that you could ever wish to get. All of the colours that you're getting in here, so the jasmine, which Craig used just a few moments ago, you've got a lot of your yellows in here, so dandelions and sunbeam, moving through your greens, so your mermaid, your glacier, eucalyptus glow. Eucalyptus, oh, that's koala bears, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. Do you know why koala bears aren't real bears?
Why aren't koala bears real bears?
Because they don't have the koalifications.
Well, you know.
But look, all of the different colours you're getting here, give that board a little bit of a wiggle. You can see the shimmer that you're going to achieve. Get yours. The Moonbeam gone, Sunbeam still available. All 24 colours that you're getting there, activated with a spritz of your water. And you can pick this up for $19.99 or $23.96 if you're a Platinum member. And talking of giving them a spritz, almost like we've thrown this together, you might need some fine spray misters. Well, mister. We've got that available in Sheena's hand-picked 5-piece blending bundle. This is the, do you know what, tonight this should be called the Craig tool, because he's a hero, isn't he, for coming in. This is the Craig tool.
Probably the latter, Charlotte.
Charlotte, it's so funny. That was a good one. It's the hero tool. So you're going to get a selection of items to help you with your mixed media. Your heat resistant and non-slip mat is coming to you, 13 by 19. You're going to get a set of those misters as well, always very handy. 4 of those included within the bundle. And again, this has all been hand-picked for you by Sheena. And then a couple of different ways to lay down your colour. So she's picked out the blending sponges. I know our Debbie Robinson likes to use these because she was saying the other day sometimes she gets a little bit of trouble with her hands. If you've got dexterity issues, potentially it might be a little bit easier for you to hold, to lay down your ink. And then you're also going to get one of our blending tools. That one, of course, is the square blending tool. After 3, everybody, 1, 2, 3. It's a rectangle. And then we're going to give you your replacement heads as well. So you're going to get 10 of those included. It's just a really nice bundle to go for. And it's only £16. Or $24 if you're Platinum. Usual price £27.95 or $42.95. Just worth bearing in mind the Hero tool is only available at that price for 24 hours. Very pretty card, says Lois. Caroline Hanley says, Sheena would be proud of you, Craig, especially as you've gone slightly outside your comfort zone with the colours, etc. Yep. And Maria is in as well. Just saying, where's Maria's message? Oh, my tablet. God, it's having one of those days today. Behave yourself, for goodness sake. Maria said, you go for it, Craig. If Sheena could give you any advice, she would say, wing it, which is exactly what he's doing.
Oh, thank you.
Winging it. And thank you, Rachel, who says the Cartload Christmas party was on the 22nd. Last year, December the 22nd at 6 o'clock. So if you did miss that and you're feeling a little bit festive, go back and watch it. From my dodgy memory, it was a fun show. Right, I'll quickly whiz through these because I know we're running out of time, but just very quickly again, show you all the designs that you're going to get and how the Showstopper works. It'll literally take me 90 seconds and then we'll get on to the final demo with Craig. So Showstopper, all of the brand new stamps and dies from Sheena. If you want to go for these as individuals, you can. If you just want to go for the stamps and dies on their own, you can. We're showing you the Showstopper details. So you've got your swallowtail butterfly. Remember, with each of these, you get the dies to be able to cut out your stamps. For the bigger butterfly, you've got that split die, so you've got versatility. Monarch butterfly. You've also got your peacock butterfly, and then you're going to receive, I think that's my favourite actually, the red Admiral butterfly. Then, within your Showstopper, you get all of the extra goodies that you're seeing just here. Which is your stamp cleaning solution. You're also going to get your watercolour cardstock, 15 sheets, and you're going to get that stamping platform as well. Remember, we are 96 of these less than now available of your Showstopper. £56 or $64 for all of that. The extra goodies that you get there would cost you £27 or $36. You're only paying an extra $10, which is incredible value. And then when you get the Showstopper, one of the final 96, you open up the bonus buy. And the bonus buy is all of this gorgeous cardstock, which we launched just a few weeks back, the limited edition Ultimate Pro Paper 3-piece collection. It's not paper, it's cardstock. 108 sheets in total, where you get your ditzy florals, you're going to get your botanic garden, and you're going to get that rainbow in there as well. That's available to buy individually at £47.99 or $55.99. If you put that in your basket with your Showstopper, halve that price on screen, all right? That's how it works, but only for the next 90 or so people, and then that Showstopper is gone. All right, I'm just thinking as well here, I guess we'll have a demo of the show. Are you doing another full demo now, is it, Techniques?
Yeah, we're going to do a full demo.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, nice one. Here
Let's
we go.
Go for it. all that I'm doing, because I'm not going to do a backdrop, I'm going to keep it black and white, but for this one, what I'm doing is I'm using the beautiful swallowtail butterfly.
Yeah.
Nothing different than what I've done before, Ben. I'm just using my Noir Black alcohol-proof ink pad once again, and I'm doing this onto watercolour card. But I thought this time, we've already used the Sunbeam.
Yeah.
Let's go in with our sparkle pens. Let's go in with the sparkle pens. I mean, look, the way they've been designed, look how beautiful that they stamp out. Absolutely phenomenal. So we're going to take the die once again, and then we're going to then cut them out. Remember, the way that these are designed is they are two separate dies, so they could be on the edge, it could be the left, it could be the right. Use them to cut out a full butterfly like I'm going to do. If you were to do, I know this is a different butterfly, but you can create your silhouettes and your apertures. So there really is many ways in which you can use the stamp and the dies together.
It's such a great idea to have that split die as well, isn't it? I can only remember seeing that here over the last couple of years or so, but it just adds so much range to the set then, doesn't it?
It does. It really, really does. It complements the stamp, and it complements the creation that you're going to be making.
Yeah.
So all that I'm going to do again is I'm just going to lightly line that up. And what I'm wanting to do is I just kind of want to make sure I've kind of got that same halo all the way round as the die meets up, because they cut right to the very tip. So therefore, you know that you're not going to have to do any snipping. If you wanted to have them a little bit further apart, of course you can do.
Yeah.
But I want to get it pretty much bang on. Once I'm happy, which I'm happy with that, I can let go, and then I'm going to tape down there and then there. We're going to tape the next one, and I'm going to do exactly the same. Although these are taped down, and I'm more than confident that they are nice and secure, what I want to do to ensure that they are nice and secure, where it joins, just so it doesn't move in your die cutting machine, I'm just going to tape the two dies together there, and tape the two dies together just here as well. I'm not sure if I said, but it's watercolour card that I'm doing this one onto. And then what we can then start to do is layer these up. So it's the full plate configuration that I'm using. So I'm using the two plates, the frosted and the magnetic. These are still going to go through your MIDI as well. The smaller ones will go through the mini, but of course the larger ones, they're not going to go through the mini, but definitely the MIDI. And then of course the junior. So let's take this one out here, slide that one away. But then what you can also do as well, Ben, you know how I talked about a moment ago about just pulling them a little bit further out? If you were to do that ever so slightly, you're going to leave a join top and bottom. So therefore, it stays in place, top and bottom, and pull the wing up.
The wings out.
Pull the wing up. So you can get that effect.
Just to say as well, Marshall, are the stamps photopolymer? They are. Sheena did mention earlier on. And then again, that's like the top quality, Craig, isn't it? For any beginners, photopolymer are the ones. If you can get your hands on photopolymer, those are the ones to go for, aren't they?
Definitely, definitely. I think where possible, I don't think Sheena does anything that's not photopolymer.
Okay.
There might be the occasional instances it might not be, but where possible, because of Sheena, the way she designs things, makes things, produces things, it's about, of course, that top quality.
Yeah.
And because Sheena is, of course, a crafter through and through, what you want to do is you want versatility in what you can do. And there's some techniques out there that you can't always necessarily do with your normal stamps, whereas your photopolymer, you can do a lot of different things when it comes to heat elements, embossing powders, etc., etc. But what we are then going to do is that's given me my nice outline cut from the butterfly. Just to say once again, if I bring that in, take the die out, but then there's a stencil. Spritz through it, ink through it, shaker through it if you want to. Acetate on the back, then start to layer that back over the top, but pull the wings up as well. So you've got so many ways, and that's the great thing with these dies, Ben, is they give you so much more craftability with the actual stamps.
Oh, he's shaking them up, he's waking them up.
Shaking them up, shaking to waken.
Shake, Sharona.
Nora. That's out next year, isn't it? Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. The other thing, did you send it me or did I send it to you?
Ghostbusters 2. I sent you it.
Mate.
In New York.
It looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
Does everyone else know this? There's a new Ghostbusters. I knew there was one coming, but I didn't realise it was as soon as it's spring next year. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
In New York.
In New York. And it's got Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and what's he called? Ernie Hudson back in it as well.
Yep.
It looks incredible. The trailer looks so good.
It looks absolutely...
Have you seen it, Dean?
Epic.
Oh, I think it looks great.
Does look absolutely fantastic.
Did you enjoy the last one, Craig?
I did, yeah. Did we not go and see it together? No, you've seen it told me you might get a lump in your throat, Craig, which
Oh,
you
yeah.
did. Which
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Who would have thought that at Ghostbusters, eh?
It was done so well, that last movie.
So well. So well.
We still need to... that horror film's coming out. When are we going to see that?
Thanksgiving. Well, it's called
Is
Thanksgiving.
it actually out on Thanksgiving then?
It's bound to be a few days before. It's bound to be a few days before.
That's our next trip to the cinema together. Yeah.
Go to the cinema and see that.
I would say... actually, no, we might get away with doing Ghostbusters as well, because I don't think mine are that bothered. Laura's not that fussed about Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we'll do Ghostbusters together.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
We can do that. But yeah, there's a few. But yeah, Beetlejuice, that's Beetlejuice 2, that's coming out.
When's that? Early next year?
I think they're just about to finish filming,
Oh, okay.
so probably will be, yeah.
Is Michael Keaton in it still?
He is, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
A lot of the cast are back in it. Winona Ryder's in it. Caroline Aherne, who's the mum in Home Alone, she's back in it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is one of those movies, I know you're like quite a big fan, it's one of those movies that I've seen it, but I'd have to re-watch it, I think, before we went and watched the second one, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yeah. I wouldn't.
No.
Because I don't watch it loads, but if it's one of those, if it comes on the TV,
Yeah.
I end up, it's like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, yeah.
That comes on the TV, I'm sorry, you're getting no work out of me, you're getting no conversation out of me.
Well, it's funny you should say that. So last night, the old couple that we are got in. It was about 9:05, and Laura and I both sat watching. There's nothing much on TV downstairs. She's like, "Oh, should we just go to bed, have a cup of tea?" Yeah, she took a cup of tea upstairs. And I was flicking around the channels. ITV4. No, it wasn't. I think it might have been. It was one of them. It doesn't matter. Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, was that on?
If that comes on, I have to sit and watch it. I love that movie. I think it's so good.
I like I think, is it the third one at the theme park?
Oh, you see, I think that's the worst one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do. I really, really do like that one. It's a good one.
Yeah, he's very funny, old Eddie Murphy. Just have to... got a bit of a potty mouth in that movie. It's just turning it down just in case the kids were still listening.
It's funny you say that about the potty mouth. You know, the podcast I listen to, In Sickness and Health.
Yeah.
And obviously that's the character of Jay from The Inbetweeners in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
And it's him and his wife. And because I love listening, I've got Debbie listening to it, a lot of others listening to it as well, and I do share it onto my Crafter's Companion Insta story.
I know. I think you're going to be on that the way you're going.
Oh my God, could you imagine? But I do always say, just to let you know, it's sometimes just a little bit of a potty mouth every here and there, so listen carefully. But yeah, with the naughty language in some films.
This is looking gorgeous, though. Fan-blooming-tastic, this.
So this is just with the sparkle pens.
Yeah.
But what I was then going to do, and I'm going to speed this up because what I'm then going to do is bring this in. I'm going to quickly heat set it and we'll be able to quickly... Who's on social?
Well, we've got Rachel on socials, but we've also got Hayley.
Hayley.
Only. So we've got Rachel and Hayley.
Jan yesterday. So forgive me, Rachel and Hayley. We will get a vote in, but it'll probably be, I don't know, about a minute vote or something.
Oh, that's all right.
But
okay.
what I wanted to do is then, if I tilt that with the sparkle, we can just get that sparkle coming through there.
Now, yeah.
That was, by the way, Soft Jade and then Firefly.
Okay.
And I'm also got, because we're running out of time, forgive me, I'm just going to use the same stencil again, but you could use a different one if you wanted to. What I'm going to do is with my water spritzer, and I did get one that's got a little bit more water in it. I picked it up as well. Isn't that typical, Ben? You pick it up, you wait to run out of time, there it is.
You got it.
There we are. So if I then spritz over, and because it's water-based, what that's going to do is that's kind of faux bleach it. So we can leave, the more you leave it, the longer it's going to act. It's then going to pull more different colour up. But let's leave it like that. Let's then press. I'm then going to take that up. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to then lift that one up.
Yeah.
And it's got, I would leave it a little bit longer, Ben, but what we've then got is we've got tiny little circular dots coming. If I left it a bit longer, they'd be more prominent, they'd be more stand out. But what we can do is let's just bring in a really, really simple card blank here. I'm then going to just give that a very, very quick waft here, pulling out those little circular dots. As I say, if you leave it a lot more, the dots are then really going to start to come together. So let's start to heat that one up. There we go. I would then heat that just a little bit more. But let's bring this back in. Let's just start to dry that down. Pull that in. I'm then going to come in here. I'm then going to pull that up at an angle. I'm going to then add a little bit of tape to the back here. Pop that into there. I don't, maybe about, if you spritz with water, leave it for about, I would say maybe about 20 seconds or so.
Okay.
Dab it off. You're not going to get perfect circles. That's not what you're going to get. You're going to get a bleached circle when it comes to the actual effect. But if I then starts to pull that on into here, I'm going to then just pop that down to the corner.
Beauty.
Press that in. Let's lift that up, and then just because, I'll just add one. We'll not colour this one in here, but what I've got, technically I've still got 3 going on, Ben. I've got my little butterfly, I've got my statement butterfly, and then I've got my little sentiment down into the bottom, just here. There we go.
Fantastic. How good is that? And I'll say it again, massive thank you to Craig for stepping in on the show, because it was so nice to have like the sort of preview of Sheena for her collection.
Absolutely,
It's been so great to see Craig's take on it as well, and a fresh take, because like you said, you don't even have this. It's the first time you've got to play with it, so what you've seen here is kind of, you know, Craig just having a bit of fun and having a play, and that's what this set is all about. Quick vote then, so
yes.
What we got?
There we go. So we've got 2 of them. So we've got number 1, that we can see here with the sunbeam, and number 2 with the light little circular dots in the background there with the butterfly, and that's the actual glitter pens. So number 1 or number 2, there we go.
1 or 2, get voting. You've got about 90 seconds to get your vote in on that. Thank you for all the love coming through. Michelle says, I bought the showstopper and the bonus buy. Yes. My mum saw the set of 2 on HSN and loved them. I'm going to surprise her with a set of 4. Nice one. That's a really lovely idea. What a beautiful colour combo, says Craig Moss Watkins. Absolutely. Lisa says, I use the clear sparkle pen to paint my opaque pigments on one of my butterflies. And hello to a first messenger, or first time messenger, Jodie on YouTube. It says, hello, first time commenting on a show, and I love all of the new collections. Well, Jodie, thank you so much for commenting. We're glad that, that you love the collections. Less than 90 now of the showstoppers remaining. Just to reiterate again, I'll just show you the designs that you're going to get of the butterflies in stamp and die form. You can go for these as an individual bundle should you wish. You can go for these individually too if you want that. But of course, the best way to go is to go for the showstopper. We'll get the details up for you as far as the showstopper is concerned, but you're going to get all of the stamps and dies. So this one here is your beautiful Red Admiral. You're also going to get this one, which is the peacock butterfly. And again, don't forget, with each one, you get that split outer die, the larger die to cut out your stamped image, and it gives you ultimate versatility as to where you're going to place it on your cardstock, or indeed if you just want to cut it out as a topper for a particular project. 2 little mini butterflies in each set, and also your sentiments to go with as well. And the sentiments cover a whole host of different occasions as well, and sort of more generic things, just like your hello and just for you, that kind of thing. This one is your monarch butterfly. That's the 3rd of the 4 sets. And then you've also got in there your swallowtail butterfly. All of those available individually, that available as a bundle on its own, but the majority of people have gone, I'll have the showstopper, please, thanks very much, which then brings you, just for an extra £10 or $10, this. So it's all stuff that you're going to use with your stamps, your 15 sheets of watercolour cardstock, that stamp cleaning solution, which is super handy to keep your stamps in tip-top order, and then, of course, you've got your stamping platform there as well, 6x6. Is what you're going to be getting, and that's the item that's going to sell out the showstopper. Once you buy the showstopper, if you want, you can then get your card bundle, the Ultimate Pro card bundle, for half the price that you should be paying. Pop that in with your showstopper, and that one, as I say, is then half price in your basket. Thank you so much for a fantastic show. We've literally got 30 seconds. Will we get the result of the vote in time? Massive thank you to Craig as well. Back for Beautiful Beginnings in an hour.
Oh, let's do it. Let's go for it. You've got me now. I'll just stick around.
Oh, yeah, he's going to stick around. If we don't get the result in the next 18 seconds, we will announce it at the start of Beautiful Beginnings 2.
Oh, no, number 2. Oh. Oh. I would have bet your wage it was number 1.
Well, there you go. Massive thank you to Craig. Massive thank you to you for watching. We'll see you in a bit. Bye for now.
Toodles.